Okay, so play along with me here for a minute. Picture in your mind a doctor, a lawyer, a senator, and a realtor. Picture each one of them as clearly as you can, a representative of that profession. Just any old doctor. I know I've tipped my hand a bit with the title of this video, but if you're honest with yourself, how many of these people were women? Chances are pretty good that none of them were. Maybe if you personally know somebody who is female and works in one of those professions, you might have picked them, but generally, culturally, we all tend to treat masculinity as the default. If you live here in the U.S., you probably pictured a white man. We tend to treat that as a default also, culturally. Now, if I were to say that biologically speaking, white really is the default, that would be a horrible, awful thing to say. You would be right in being very angry about that, and also I would be very obviously wrong, since my particular skin color is actually a minority in the world population. But gender and sex aren't so obviously split up that way. It's about 50-50. I mean, we all know that gender and sex are more complicated than that. I don't want to add to misconceptions by oversimplifying things, but there are worldwide about as many women as men. That too is a bit complicated. It turns out that a lot of women die in childbirth. In fact, about 100% more women die in childbirth than men, but that's beside the point. If I were to say to you that male was, biologically speaking, the default gender, you probably would be intrigued and want to know my reasoning. In my experience, claiming the opposite just tends to piss people off. In truth, I don't think you can call any state of being a default for humanity. This cultural default thing, it's important. How we picture humanity and our own particular place in it has a lot to do with how we live our lives. It's really, really, really hard to go against the grain of the culture. It's a framework for how we relate to ourselves and others. What does it mean to be a husband, a wife, a mother, a father? All of those are very loaded in terms of gender roles. I love being a mother. It's part of who I am, and society has a very clear picture of what it means. Deviating from that picture can make me feel like a complete jerk. If I don't want to do laundry, cook meals, clean house, well, those are my jobs as mom. Let's be honest here. I'm not very good at lots of those jobs. Women are kind of lucky, though. Nobody has ever walked up to me and said, "You can't knit a sweater? You're not a real woman." But I know lots of men who've had the real man phrase thrown at them for not liking NASCAR or football or being able to change the oil or whatever. So this gender role thing is sticky. It's sticky and it hurts both sides, but it doesn't hurt both sides equally. When I was a teenager, I desperately wanted to work at the local movie theater. It was a cool job with a cool uniform and you got to watch movies. I was friendly and hardworking. I would have been good at that job. When I tried to apply, the owner wouldn't even let me fill out an application. He said he only hired boys. I asked why, and he said that they had to move heavy boxes. I was a strapping 16-year-old with box lifting capability. That made no sense to me. I knew the boys that worked there, and I could lift more than any two of them put together. I asked him if I could prove to him that I was capable of lifting the boxes. He said no. I got a job as a car hop. I went on to work my way up in the sciences, and then for 10 years I ran my own business, and I can tell you that every turn there were subtle and unsubtle messages that I was not as capable as the men to do anything. It's not that I feel like I'm more capable. I live on a spectrum, as do we all. I can lift a lot more than some of the men I work with and a lot less than some others. I can solve some algebra problems faster than some men and slower than some others. I'm more emotional than some and I'm less emotional than others. I'm a person. I'm not a gender. I'm certainly not a biological unit designed to fill a culturally predetermined role any more than you are, whoever you are out there. Until we can tell our daughters that they can grow up to be anything and really mean it, not in that pie in the sky, if you are lucky and give up everything else you want in life way that we mean it now, until our girls have the same shot at professional and economic success as the boys do, until that day there's still a problem. And all the excuses and explanations that you can come up with won't change the fact that it's a problem. So, if you're still speaking to me, my name's Marilyn, this is Two Awesome Women, and I think you're awesome.